Begin recording 3, 2. Hello everybody, this is Baka Zombie. Welcome back to another Pokemon VGC video. We are back once again with this hard Trick Room team that we tried out in the last video. We're in Regulation H now, officially, so we're on the ranked ladder this time. You can see we made a few changes to the team because it didn't do so hot. And I really I wanted to try out Abomasnow, but I think I just had too many tryout mons on this team because I had Snorlax, Conkeldurr, Camerupt. I think it was between, essentially it was, at the end of the day it would have been between Abomasnow and Camerupt put in so much more work than Abomasnow did, and I think is a better niche pick than Abomasnow, just because of that fire typing. Both of them have 4 times weakness, which isn't awesome. I just remembered my Grimmsnarl. I don't know what its Terra type is, because I literally just finished training this Grimmsnarl before this video. Because Grimmsnarl took the place of Sableye. And it also kind of covers what Abomasnow is doing, because this is Screen's Grimmsnarl with Fake Out and Foul Play. And then for the Abomasnow itself, I put in Scizor with the Lumberry. It does have Protect, Swords Dance, Pounce, and Bullet Seed. Let's actually go to edit teams, because I think the Scizor does not have Water Terra, so I'm actually going to go fix that. The Grimmsnarl is Dark Terra. I don't know what people usually put on Grimmsnarl for its Terra usually, but I'm going to go fix the Scizor because I need it to not be Steel Terra. Steel Terra is nice for the boost to Bullet Punch, but I think the Water Terra defensive typing is just better. So, just a moment, gang. Never mind. I have 6 Water Terra shards, and I'm not taking the time to get those before recording because it's already late. I had a long day at work, and I wanted to get this recorded. So it won't be Water Terra this video. It will be for the next video and before I put up the code, which will be in the description. I didn't end up putting the code for the last team because I knew it was going to change anyway. So if you're coming from the last video, this team's code will be in the previous video. As long as this team performs, it is. I'm sure we're going to have to change it again, but I like this a little bit more. One thing I was thinking was possibly giving Farigiraf Mental Herb, especially for mouse holds, like non-prankster taunt. But I think Grimmsnarl will help with that, because we can fake out the mouse hold as long as they don't Terra. So let's get into some battles here. See how we run this one. We're back down in Great Ball Tier, so we gotta climb our way up. We gotta make the climb. And see what we face along the way. See if we see anything interesting we want to try out ourselves. I really like Camerupt. So I think that's going to be the staple. You know, originally the staple was Snorlax. Like, the original idea, the little bulb in my head for this team was based off of Snorlax, and then Conkeldurr and Abomasnow joined it. And Camerupt was the last addition to the original team, but I really like Camerupt. I like Camerupt as a Pokemon. I just wish Mega Camerupt was still a thing. Mega Camerupt Trick Room was so much fun, but it looks like we have an opposing Trick Room team with Incineroar, Amoonguss, Indeedee, Primarina, Ursaluna, and the Sinestchi. So, honestly, I'm not super worried about my opponent's team in general. The Incineroar leading would be annoying, but I think I can pretty freely lead with Camerupt. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead Grimmsnarl Camerupt and just start unleashing hell upon him. And then Conkeldurr in the back. Scizor's not really going to help us here. I mean, Pounce is good for their Indeedee, but that's the end of that line of thought. I think Ghost Resist Bug, so Pounce wouldn't be good against the Sinestchi. I could go Snorlax, I guess. Yeah, Snorlax endgame kind of goes hard. So let's do that. We're going to most likely Terra Camerupt to get the Terra Grass for the Primarina. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, with Scizor, I was thinking Brick Break instead of Pounce, specifically to break screens from opposing Grimmsnarls. but I ended up going Pounce because I like it against, like, Indeedis and things like that. So we're gonna see the, guy. Ursaluna. I am going to light screen here. Because I can. And I think I Terra Erupt. I Terra Camerupt. This is another time where I'm like, I wish I had Heat Wave over Flamethrower, but I like the single target option. But I want to hit both of these guys. I think the Ursaluna goes for Earth Power, and that's why I'm going to Terra here. So we'll have a light screen, we'll be Assault Vest, and we'll resist, if in fact they go for the Earth Power. I'm going to Terra. I'm going to Terra first. I thought about going for the Terra Blast into the Ursaluna, but I don't think it KOs anyway. And the Indeedee could follow me here. Here's a light screen. I don't think Indeedee followed me. It might Helping Hand. No, I think it's Trick Rooming. So Hyper Voice does next to nothing. We get the Eruption off. That also does next to nothing. And the Indeedee does Trick Room. So my Camerupt is now the fastest thing on the field. So what I'm actually going to do... I don't need to Reflect here. I'm going to Foul Play this Ursaluna. I think just Terra Blast it. I don't think the Indeedee is going to use Follow Me. Yeah, it's not going to follow me because I was using Eruption. So now we just Terra Blast this Ursaluna. Almost KOs it, and the Foul Play should take care of it. But the Ursaluna will go first. And then Foul Play. Did Indeedee reverse the Trick Room? Did you think Grimmsnarl had Trick Room? I don't think Grimmsnarl gets Trick Room. Oh no, it just hasn't gleamed. It's just a really fast Indeedee. Camerupt's eating these hits. The Assault Vest and the light screen. The light screen, I think, is going to make a big change for this team. Like, having screens, I think, is really important for this team. But now my opponent has to be scared. Because if they have Primarina in the back, I can Terra Blast it. It is the Primarina. I guess the only thing really is that the Indeedee might follow me. What do I have in the back? I have Conkeldurr and Snorlax. Snorlax can deal with Primarina. So I might just go for Flamethrower. What's stronger, Earth Power or Flamethrower? They're the same. So I'm going to Flamethrower this Indeedee, actually. We're going to see the Terra, so I'm glad I didn't Terra Blast on the Primarina. Is Fire Terra. If I somehow survive the turn, which I don't think I will, I can Earth Power that. But Indeedee does follow me. I just absolutely blocked the whole screen with Camerupt. I get the Reflect off. I only did this because I think Grimmsnarl was going down here. So I wanted to make sure I had that screen in case there was a physical attack in the back. Indeedee, unfortunately, doesn't go down. The Primarina is going to Terra Blast into my Camerupt. I do have Solid Rock, Light Screen, and Assault Vest. I live it. Let's go, baby. I mean, Grimmsnarl being out here still is kind of a problem, right? I'm going to Foul Play the Indeedee, and I'm going to attempt the Earth Power in the Primarina, but I think the Indeedee just uses Follow Me again. It's kind of crazy that the Indeedee set up Trick Room and is just letting it be there, because my Camerupt is the slowest thing. Indeedee used Helping Hand this turn. That's perfect for me, because I get the Earth Power off into the Primarina here. It's not going to kill, but it does a ton of damage. Hyper Voice from the Primarina. Yep, that's going to get the double KO. That's fine. That's fine, because now I get to bring in Snorlax and Conkeldurr at the same time. And because the Primarina is Terra Fire, I wonder if the Psychic Terrain goes away here, actually. If it does, Trick Room also goes away, which is kind of bad, actually. Because I was thinking about Mach Punch, but there's still a Indeedee, so it's still going to use Follow Me. Okay, I think this is the last turn of Trick Room, actually. Yeah, last turn of Trick Room, last turn of Psychic Terrain. We still have a few more turns on screens. So what I can do is actually double. I'm going to Drain Punch the Primarina and then just crunch the Indeedee, because Snorlax will go first. Yep, there's the Follow Me. Here comes a big crunch from Snorlax. That's going to KO the Indeedee. Get hurt by Rocky Helmet. Cheap, 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 cheap. And here comes Drain Punch from Kinkelder. That should KO Primarina from here, yeah. We get the free Drain Punch off, and we're going to get the Guts Burn as we come out of Trick Room. I mean, coming out of Trick Room isn't the best thing in the world, because I think the majority of their team is actually faster than mine, which, again, is wild that they went for Trick Room, because it only helped me. And with how little their Indeedee... excuse me, how little their Indeedee was doing outside of like, follow me in... Because it had a few turns where it kind of just wasn't doing anything. There's some helping hands that maybe were useful. It's going to be Sinestri. This should just be easy win then. Because I can just knock off and crunch. But yeah, there were just so many turns where the Indeedee wasn't really doing anything that it could have just reversed the Trick Room. Because truly, their whole team was just faster than mine. Sinestri just gets bopped by one knockoff. Ooh, the changes on the team already brought us a win, which I really like. This was a stranger team, and again, I don't know what they were doing setting up their own Trick Room. Because either they really wanted Trick Room for, I don't know why, or they thought Grimmsnarl had Trick Room for some reason, but it doesn't get it, I don't think. I've never seen a Grimmsnarl use one, so I don't think it gets it. Yeah, that's gonna be a win in the column for the new team. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. We're gonna get another battle here. Let's see if we can bring Scissor next time. I want to see Scissor do something. All right, we are already in Ultra Ball tier, so just one battle gets us right in Ultra Ball. Okay, this seems a little scarier. We have an Annihilate. We have a Cantonian Wheezing, an Incineroar, Volcarona, Rillaboom, and Grimmsnarl. I like Camerupt here. Camerupt kind of actually goes hard here. How do we deal with the Volcarona? I really don't want to bring Scissors. I forgot. Oh, I didn't even think about Pounce into Rillaboom. I mean, Scissors kind of good outside of the two fire types. If I had Water Terra, I'd feel a lot better, but unfortunately I don't. Scissor could actually go hard late game. So I do want to bring the Farigiraf. I think Farigiraf, Grimmsnarl, Camerupt. And then is Kinkelder or Snorlax better than Scizor? I think if we can get an endgame situation where it's Annihilate and one of the other Mons, it'll actually be really good for us. I'm just wondering if it might be useful to bring Scissor in the lead, but no. If it's like Annihilate, Wheezing, or if it's Annihilate anything other than a fire type, Scissor can just set up Sword Stances, and we get around the Annihilate's Rage Fist boosting. And as long as, again, it could be Fire Terror or Water Terror, which would be bad. Water Terror would be the best for us. We see Cantonian Wheezing and Incineroar. So the Weezing's going to turn off Armor Tail so they can fake out my Farigiraf. But then what do you do, right? I almost wonder if my Grimmsnarl outspeeds Incineroar. I didn't check. This is like, it's full IV speed Grimmsnarl. I just don't know that it outspeeds Incineroar, because Incineroar is usually running a little bit of speed to him. So what I could do here... Because there's no way they KO the Farigiraf, right? So I'm going to attempt the Trick Room. It probably won't get off. But I might as well fake out the Incineroar. I might as well try to fake out the Incineroar, right? Okay, yeah, it does go first. Because next... Ooh, actually, you know what? What I should have done is set up Reflect. And then the taunt from the Wheezing. I didn't think about Wheezing having taunt. See, this would be a place where Mental Herb would be nice. So I can't set up Reflect before the Incineroar gets to attack my Furgraph, and a knockoff is coming, right? Camerupt. I don't want my Camerupt to lose its Assault Vest. Do I need Terra Grass Camerupt here? Not really. I'm gonna go Terra Dark. Well, no, because Furgraph being in here and being... Well, here. I'm gonna Terra Dark, Psychic Noise, and I'll set up the Reflect slowly. So Wheezing shouldn't outspeed my Grimmsnarl, so it shouldn't get a taunt off before Grimmsnarl gets a Reflect. I'm gonna Terra Dark so the knockoff doesn't hurt as much. And then just go on the offensive with Furgraph. Parting Shot from the Incineroar. That's a little annoying. I'm glad I didn't switch in the Camerupt though. But using the Terra is what's the bad part about this turn. They probably thought I was gonna switch. But yeah, using up my Terra like that's kind of bad. They're gonna send in the Annihilate. The Wheezing is faster than my Grimmsnarl. How fast is this Wheezing, man? Like I said, this isn't like negative speed Grimmsnarl or anything. We get the Psychic Noise in the Wheezing. It does a decent chunk, but not really the amount you'd want to see. And I expect Incineroar to switch in where Wheezing is. Then I can't help in hand. I kind of want to just double into the Annihilate. I know that's setting up Rage Fist boosts. But yeah, here goes Wheezing switching out. Here comes Incineroar. I don't care about Intimidate here. Annihilate's gonna bulk up, so it's increasing its attack for this Foul Play, but it also increases the defense, so it's like a net 0 gain for Foul Play. That still chunks it, though. That's down to 50%. Let's see what Psychic Noise can do. Woo! That Annihilate almost dead, and now it can't Drain Punch, which is the biggest thing. And it can't Drain Punch, and it, like, Rage Fist is resisted by both of my Pokemon, so I can just double into it this turn. Yeah, he's gonna Rage Fist the Furgraph, but it's not gonna do much, I hope. Ooh, I mean, it still did decent damage, but that means I get to eat my Citrus without it getting knocked off. The Incineroar did not go for Fake Out. It did just go to Knockoff, which is even worse now. You forget my Furgraph is Dark Terra. So, unfortunate thing is that Furgraph doesn't get to get an attack off because Foul Play went before, but that's fine. Grimmsnarl is no longer taunted. So unless they bring the Wheezing out here, Furgraph shouldn't be taunted anymore either. I wasn't paying attention to that. I probably could have Trick Room there. If I was paying attention, I probably... Well, no, I probably wouldn't have Trick Roomed. Here comes the Wheezing again. Yeah, we know what Wheezing is going to try and do here. Wheezing is going to taunt somebody. Wait, who had Ability Shield? Incineroar has his Ability Shield on it? Why? Here's the thing. He can't taunt both of us. I'm going to Trick Room and Reflect. Here's the Parting Shot into the Furgraph. Furgraph has such low special attack right now. But now Incineroar switches out. Who's coming in? Rillaboom. Okay. So Camerupt actually goes kind of crazy here at the back end. He just Sludge Bomb, so that means I get both of my moves off here, which is huge for me. Here's a Reflect from the Grimmsnarl. And here comes the Trick Room. So now, like, Rillaboom can fake me out here. But I swap in Camerupt because Camerupt goes wild right now. And then I try to set up a light screen. If the Rillaboom fakes out my Grimmsnarl, then I won't get it off. I almost wonder if Rillaboom fakes out Grimmsnarl and then Weezing taunts, which would allow my Camerupt to be in for free here. Oh, also Grassy Terrain's not up. Weezing's gonna withdraw. That's fine. Because the Grassy Terrain goes up. Incineroar comes in. I wonder if he doesn't fake out then because my Armor Tail would have been back and it would have been a waste of their attack. But now my Camerupt's in here for free. Light Screen goes up. So Rillaboom attack. Who's the Rillaboom attack? U-turn into Camerupt. That's fine. Now your Weezing's coming back in. Camerupt. Here's Weezing. Weezing. Incineroar hasn't taken any damage yet, right? Yeah. Do I have Scissor in the back? I think I do. Yeah, so I'm gonna target down this, Incineroar. I'm actually gonna Foul Play and Earth Power into it in case it switches into Rillaboom. Ooh, you know, I probably should have Erupted. Again, I keep thinking I have Heat Wave, but I have Eruption. Maybe I drop Eruption for Heat Wave. I think it's just going to be so many times where Camerupt doesn't get off a full power Eruption that Heat Wave's just going to be more useful. Oh, we're going to see a Terra, though. I assume it's on the Incineroar. I should have Erupted. Ooh, if I would have Erupted. I mean, Foul Play is going to freaking hurt. Unless you fake me out here. Weezing protects. That's fine, man. You do that. Earth Power into the Incineroar. Does a decent amount. Let's see how much Foul Play does here. Super effective now. That's just going to KO the Incineroar. That's a scissor game right now. We're in scissor territory now. Let's go. I love this for me. Camerupt. Yeah, the Weezing protecting there. Pretty dang good. I mean, Grimmsnarl's just kind of chilling. I thought Grimmsnarl would have been gone years ago, but he's just kind of hanging out. So Weezing has Taunt, Protect, Sludge Bomb. How many turns of Trick Room we rocking here? We have 2 turns of Trick Room. The Weezing just protected. So I'm going to Earth Power into it. And I'll just Foul Play the Rillaboom just for Chippy. Just for some Chippy. Wow, they don't fake out. So Weezing is just dead from Earth Power. Weezing. Dude, Camerupt, Camerupt's crazy, guys. Like, I know it's kind of sucks because it just doesn't have the kind of power you want in a Pokemon all the time. But a lot of the time, Camerupt's is out here just kind of pounding. Because I was looking, I wanted to build Camerupt to, like, guarantee one-hit KOs on a lot of things. But a lot of the time, I don't even need to worry about it. So I'm swapping in Fergraph here so I don't get Grassy Gleated. Okay, they're going to cancel. But yeah, we're switching in Fergraph because the Weezing was gone. We can set up the Armor Tail so we don't get Grassy Glided and then just Flamethrower into the Rillaboom, and that probably would have just been game. But we had Scissor in the back. Scissor could have gone wild there, but Camerupt, again, just taking the spotlight. So what can you do? I'm loving this new build on the team. Like, we probably could have done the same thing with Sableye that we're doing with Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl, I think, is bulkier than Sableye is. And it's a different typing. Like, Ghost Dark is a good typing, but Dark Fairy is also really good typing, because Dark Fairy's got Poison and Steel weakness. And then Sableye has just Fairy. Oh no, Grimmsnarl has Poison, Steel, and Fairy. So Grimmsnarl has 3 weaknesses. But, I don't know. Like usage stats show Grimmsnarl is just a better Pokemon in general than Sableye. So I think that change really helped to see. We've already seen it. Screens have been screens just enable Camerupt so much because Camerupt has a lot of bulk. It just needs a little bit of that extra to make that staying power last, you know. So we get one more. The thing I don't necessarily like is that a lot like we saw in that last fight. Farigiraf and Grimmsnarl can just get stuck in the active spots, and then it'd be a hard time switching them out. So I like fake out users like Hariyama or Iron Hands, where they can go offensive after they help the Farigiraf set up. Ooh, okay, this is a cool team. We have the Murkrow, the Tinkaton, Gengar, Dragonite, Rillaboom, and Palafin. So Tinkaton, with its Mold Breaker, gets around Farigiraf's Iron Tail, so it can fake out our Farigiraf. So I kind of want to lead Farigiraf and Camerupt to threaten Tinkaton. I just don't know what would be next to it. It might be Palafin next to it. And that might bait the Palafin to stay in. So what I'm going to do is have Farigiraf and Camerupt in the active, and then play from there. Outside of that, Grimmsnarl on the back for like late game screens wouldn't be the worst thing, and having foul play against Palafin, against Dragonite, against even Gengar and Rillaboom is kind of cool. And do I want Conk? I think a late game Conk is pretty good, but so is Snorlax. I'm gonna go late game Conk. Late game Conk. We'll see if we regret this, if Snorlax would have been better. But I'm just thinking of... Oh, well, Fling actually is... Fling isn't awful against the Dragonite, right? So let's see what my opponent leads. It is going to be Palafin and Tinkaton. This is honestly perfect here. Because what they're going to do, what I assume is going to happen here, is that the Tinkaton is going to fake out my Farigiraf. I'm still going to try to Trick Room here. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to try. Camerupt is going to tear into grass so that this Palafin can't KO it. Might just Erupt. Or I could just Flamethrower single target the Tinkaton. Or I could Terra Blast just KO this Palafin. Or does the Palafin flip turn thinking he'll KO me? I think the Palafin's gonna flip turn thinking it can KO me. I'm gonna Erupt. I'm gonna Erupt. I don't know how often Palafins run flip turn though. I think they run like Jet Punch, Wave Crash, Haze, and Protect maybe? Maybe Close Combat, maybe Ice Punch. I don't think they usually run flip turn. Fake out. Yep, we knew that was coming. The Palafin did Wave Crash. I could have just KO'd your Palafin, dog. It's going to do a ton of damage, so this Eruption probably doesn't KO anymore. Does a ton to the Tinkaton, though. Farigiraf's going to flinch. That makes sense. I'm going to Trick Room again. I think they're afraid of my Camerupt now. They might double into... I think I'm switching Conkeldurr. Because they might Ice Punch with Palafin. They might Ice Punch and, like, Gigaton Hammer. Wave Crash is actually going to go into the Farigiraf. I could have just killed your little baby Palafin. Unless Tinkaton went after Camerupt. Gigaton, is that into... It is. I could have just... They didn't kill it. I could have just killed your Palafin, dude. But Farigiraf lives, because Farigiraf's just the giraffe. We're not the goat, we're the giraffe. We'll get out Trick Room. It's huge for us. And not Camerupt. Conkeldurr is going to get burned. The thing is, Tinkaton typically don't carry Play Rough, and even if they do, their attack stat isn't the best thing in the world. So I'm not really worried about the Tinkaton this turn. So I'm going to Psychic Noise the Palafin and also knock off the Palafin, because I think Palafin straight switches this turn. No, it's just going to die. Okay, Palafin get down. Doesn't even get to hero mode. This Tinkaton is going to take the second noise, which isn't the worst thing for the Tinkaton. It's probably going to live it. Yeah, good special defense. I could have just switched those attacks up. I didn't think they'd let the Palafin die like that, because you could have still gotten some off. Yeah, the play rough, I live that. It's the Tinkaton. It's a Tinkaton. We're not dying to a play rough. Come on now. And now this turn is going to Gigaton. Gengar is going to switch in here, though. The Gengar does, in fact, switch in. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. I'm just going to Drain Punch the Tinkaton. I think the Gengar protects here. Yeah. Yeah. Drain Punch. Boom. There goes Tinkaton. No Gigaton for you, you know what I'm saying? Tinkaton faints. I really like Tinkaton. I almost put Tinkaton on this team as my fake out user, but I ended up not doing that because I think it would have just been a little too much. Too much nonsense for one team, which we already were at maximum nonsense threshold. So we'll see in the future for sure. Dragonite comes in, though. The thing is... Okay, I have Grimmsnarl on the back. So what I do here is Dazzle to break the Focus Sash on this Gengar and then just knock it off. I could fling the Dragonite here, do a little flingle-flangle, and burn it, but I'm just going to remove the Gengar. We see a Terra. We do see a Terra. From who? From the Gengar. Flying Terra Gengar. You don't live this. You still don't live this, dude. I don't know what you're thinking, what you think's gonna happen here. Knockoff's gonna blast you down to your Focus Sash, and then Dazzling Gleam will pick you up and break the multi-scale on the Dragonite. The only thing I have to worry about... Okay, that's a little annoying, but it's fine. The only thing I have to worry about is if this is weakness policy Dragonite. The Gengar just faints without being able to do anything. Love to see that for me. Who does Dragonite target? Earthquake. Okay, he's just going after both. I think I live that. Oh, Conkeldurr barely lives. He crits the Frigorap. Conkeldurr's going down to its burn, though. I wonder if that's banded Dragonite. If it's banded, my Camerupt eats it, but also we're bringing in Grimmsnarl. I could fake out the Dragonite, but we don't know that it is multiscale. It could be inner focus. That Dazzling Gleam didn't do a ton, so it might be multiscale, but it's just safer to not attempt it and go for the Reflect. And then Camerupt. Honestly, Camerupt can't do anything into the Dragonite, so we fish for burns with Flamethrower. Here comes the Reflect. Grimmsnarl is going to be the more important pairing here. Here comes the Flamethrower. It does decent chunk, actually. Burn? Nope. Earthquake. I think it is stuck Earthquake. We're going to eat those. Twisted Dimensions do return to normal here, which means it gets another Earthquake off. But I Foul Play and Flamethrower. Camerupt doesn't go down here. Grimmsnarl shouldn't unless it gets crit. Yeah, we eat that. Foul Play. Boop. Just KOs it. Dude, Grimmsnarl Camerupt is the pairing. I'm telling you guys right now. We went from an 0-3 video to a 3-0 video just by bringing in freaking Grimmsnarl. Like Scizor would have gone wild in that last battle, but it never came out. So we haven't seen the true power of Scizor yet. I hope we get to see it next time. But yeah, definitely once I get the Scizor to have its the Terra Water on it, I will put the code in the description. So hopefully I can do that lickety split. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining me. If there's any changes you would make to this team, let me know down in the comment section below. Actually, give me a suggestion on Terra types for Grimmsnarl. I'm not 100% on those. I would think Steel, but that's probably not the correct way. I mean, Steel does block all three of its weaknesses, but if there's a better Terra type for Grimmsnarls, let me know in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.